Nobody would have thought that I would be the one. Rhyner, sports talk.
Baseball, 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 baseball.
Oh, with the big mic. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Okay, now I get it.
We got a lightning strike, boys. What happened over there, Grego? We had a little lightning strike right outside the window.
All right. Here's a tip for all these Americano League teams.
Wait, you said tip?
Yeah, tip.
Okay.
With a P.
Keep jamming.
The ticket, nothing but a big Gen X jerk-off set.
This is a cool night or what? Although somebody would hear that and go, bullshit.
I'm back, bitches.
Hello, and warmest greetings to each and every one of you. This is your Dark Companion. We are glad to have you by the channel, no matter how or where or even when or why you're tuning into this podcast. We're just glad that you're doing it. And we got something that I think is going to be kind of fun for you tonight. This is October 10th. I must mention, 50 years ago tonight. You know where I'm going with this, Shoopy?
I'm not sure that I do.
On the waters of Lake Superior, the Edmund Fitzgerald went down.
It already been a year?
I think like we talked about this a year ago.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So hold a good thought for those folks.
50 years?
50 years. That's a rough way to go. Oh, man.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, wouldn't recommend it either.
A shipwreck.
But that was then.
That's enough.
This is now. Although I could do a whole half hour on what I know about that.
Oh, yeah. I think we pretty much did a year ago.
Yes,
so
I think we did.
maybe we'll get into that with Grego on the OG on Thursday.
Maybe we will.
There we go.
But we got something else today. Now, you know, in this sports climate of ours, I remember a time when if you went to the game, you went to the game to go to the game. You were interested in seeing the game, and you knew that when you walked through that gate, that's what you were going to get. And you know what? You didn't ask for anything else. It didn't even occur to you that something else might be part and parcel of this. It was just the way it was. You went to a game, you got the game, and we liked it. Things are different now. Things are different now because with the game, you get so very much more. Some might say it's all sensory overload. I don't know that I would agree with that. I just understand that they're doing what they think they have to do. And if you don't like it, and it ruins the game in some form or fashion for you, well, you don't have to go. There are no guns here. You don't have to go if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. But if you do go, know that you're going to get all kinds of ancillary stuff. Now, this ancillary stuff can come in many, many different forms. And just about every team has some core or group designed for that sort of thing. Of course, we have the venerable Cowboy cheerleaders who have been around forever and made an international mark. We have the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Mm-hmm. The Rangers probably do this less than any of the rest of them, but don't they have something shooting?
Yeah, they still have the six shooters and all that.
Okay.
So
they've got that.
Stars have the Ice Girls.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing.
And all of this is well and good, I mean, they all have their place. But there is one group that I find unfailingly fascinating and amusing. That is the Mavericks Maniacs.
Yes.
And it just so happens that we have a Mavericks Maniac in here with us today. In fact, He has got a game to go to tonight.
Yes.
That we all totally realized when we booked him.
Yes. We were so on top of this, it wasn't even funny. This is the man known as Big Rob.
Yes.
One of my favorite people in the universe.
Back at you, man. So excited to be here. Thank y'all for having me. Sitting here with legends. It's a good day.
Well, thank you for doing this, man.
Yes,
It's
sir.
really nice to meet you, and I mean every word of that.
Thank you.
I love the Maniacs.
That was a great intro. I wish I could hear that every morning. Now I can because I'm recording
We can
this.
set that up, yeah.
Yeah, these things live forever.
Yes.
So if you've got anything chasing you around that you don't want out there, don't bring it up here.
Gotcha.
Because once it goes out there, it's out there.
Yeah, that's true. So true. I know that well with this belly for sure. Once it's out there, it's out there.
So how long have the Maniacs been doing this thing?
This is season number 24. Wow. Yeah. 24. I always tell people when we started, there was no LeBron. Can you believe that? We were here before LeBron, King James, and Michael Jordan was playing. And it always baffles people. There's no way. He was actually playing. Now, he was playing for the Wizards, but he was playing.
Yeah.
It's just that unique that in April of 2002, something very strange was born, and also something that none of us, especially Mark, who dreamed it up, none of us could have dreamed that we would still be here or even here past that first game, honestly.
Are you a Mavericks day oneer? Or Maniacs day oneer?
I am the last one left.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the last OG. And
Boy, you are the OG.
Yeah. And I get to, it's been such a beautiful ride. And I still talk to a lot of the day oneers often and have the conversation of, man, how did you even do it this long? Like, it was such a joke and so different when we started. Like, we were these guys that, first they didn't know what to do with us. It was like, look, man, we want to create this dance with our dance director, Shella Sattler. Queen Shella is what we call her. And we're going to do this routine. You're going to win some tickets. You'll get some hot dogs, maybe a burger, and go on about your life. And it's crazy. I'll never forget, my story is so unique because I never saw the ad. And it was a coworker at the time, Ann Pullen. I'm going to make sure I say your name every time, Ann, because you changed my life. She saw it, filled out an application, FedExed it using the company's FedEx account, and didn't say anything. So I get a call from home, and at home, and my wife, she said, there's somebody on the voicemail. She thought it was the Cowboys. And I was like, okay. She said, well, they got your application. And I said, yeah, somebody's pranking me. Okay. All right, sounds good. She's like, well, call them back. And I call them and I said, yeah, this is Rob. And they say, oh, we got your application. This will be great. And
so you had to apply for this?
Yes, you have to apply.
All right. How did you first hear that something was up here that might lead to this?
I didn't know anything about it other than they ran an ad.
Oh, they did?
They ran an ad that they wanted beefy guys. So to start the whole thing over, Mark Cuban was at a game when Seattle had a team, Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
And a big guy jumps up. They put him on the Jumbotron. He didn't do a whole lot. He was just big. And the crowd was going crazy. And at that point, Mark looked over at our marketing exec, Matt Fitzgerald, God rest his soul, and he said, I think I want like some offensive lineman to do a playoff game, change things up. And he's like, oh, please be joking, man. Please. And he's like, no, I want this. Like, I want to see what happens. So they ran an ad for beefy guys. If you're a beefy guy that likes to have fun, come on down and win some playoff tickets and you'll get to perform on the court. Of course, I missed all of that. I get a phone call because my coworker saw it.
Yeah.
Filled out the application. I get the call. I call back. They say, yeah, you're invited to the audition. And I said, well, my application for what? And they said to dance. And I said, okay. That's not happening. So I hung up thinking.
So you thought this was totally far-fetched.
I thought it was some friends pranking me and I'm going to brush this off. And the day of the audition, I literally forgot about it. Lady walks over to my desk. She goes, "Did the Mavericks call you?" "How do you know that?" She said, "Okay, listen, I filled out an application. I saw an ad." I said, "To do what?" "To dance." I said, "No way." She said, "Rob, you have to. I use company FedEx account. Like, I did your signature and everything." And I said, "But why?" She said,
you were on the hook right there.
Yeah.
Right
That's
there.
like a trapman or something.
She said, "You're such a light bulb in the office. This would be perfect for you." And I said, "Why would you think I would go and dance in front of like 18,000 people though?" She said, I just think you would love it. And I think you'd be great for it. I said, "I'm not going to do it." She said, "It's today, Rob. You have to go." I'm in my work clothes. And, you know, she was on me so hard. I said, "You know what? I'm going." So I pull up. It's like a gym, a church gym. And I go inside. There's not many guys there yet. So I'm like the third guy. And I walk up and the lady goes, "Well, you're not that big." I said, "Oh, I'm big." She goes, "Lift your shirt." Lift my shirt. And she goes, "Oh, you'll do." That was Shelly. She goes, oh yeah, this will do it. I was like, man, what am I signing myself up for? So I get my number. When it's all said and done, about 30 minutes later, there's 40 of us in there, all different walks of life, you know, guys representing different cultures, you name it. You got some slim guys, you got medium guys, you got, you know, big guys, you got guys over 6 feet, shorter guys. It's everything you can imagine. And, you know, they put 2 Mav dancers on the stage and they bring us up 4 at a time. We just want to see if you got a little rhythm. Just, can you do this dance? Can you do this dance? And so I'm number 3, so I go early. Well, my competition kicks in as I'm watching around the room. Some people have their wives, their kids. People are hyping them up like, "You got to do this. You got to get this job." And now I'm thinking, well, I can't let them beat me. It's like, now I got to like dance for real. So I start, you know, just really trying to keep up with the girls. And so I'm doing these 8 counts and I'm just making it round after round after round. After a few rounds, they get to 13 of us. And they said, "This is it. Like, we can't get past any of you. Like, even if we want to let somebody go, it's like, y'all are who we want." And I said, "What is this?" They say, "You guys are the Mavs Maniacs." I left there laughing, going, "This is the craziest thing I ever heard. We're going to email you some practice dates and you be there and we'll let you know the first game." And I told my wife, "Yeah, I think I'm on the dance team." And, you know, we're going to dance for the Mavericks. And she's like, "I got to see this." And it's before, like, most of the reality shows weren't around. I think we had Real World or something like that, but people were not dancing. There were no dancers. There weren't dance shows. And, you know, so this was going to hit people way out of left field. And you got burly guys, like we had practice, and the guys got coolers. And, you know, Sheila's like, "Okay, guys, let's see if you can follow these girls. They're trying to teach us these 8 counts." And some of the guys was like, "Hold on," like they're drinking. They're we're not really caring. And I was like, man, I think I'm gonna really just let's see this thing through. Man, we all of a sudden locked in, started having fun with those 8 counts, really following. And they told us, "You're gonna dress you in raincoats, you can have umbrellas," and we're laughing, like, oh my God, I cannot believe we're going to do this. But the day of is really when the fear kicked in, as you're about to walk out on this court and you've done the practice. We rehearsed like 2 or 3 times and it's like, well, we got to see it through. But there was a part of me, and a lot of my friends tell me, "Yeah, at the beginning, we couldn't find you. You were hiding." I said, "Man, I was hiding because we didn't know what was going to happen. Nobody like wanted to be the butt of all the jokes. So it's like, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to get these tickets. I'm going to get the burger. I'm going to enjoy the game. That's going to be it."
So how long did it take before you started to realize, all right, there's something here?
The first routine and the love, and it was the first time you feel all this love come your way. Like, we just guys off the street.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden people are telling you what you just did was great. Reporters are wanting to talk to you. And now they're trying to deflect reporters away from you. All of a sudden you're a celebrity just like that. And they're like, "No, they'll talk post game." And they're trying to tell us like, "Hey, all right, the media's going to ask you some questions." Nobody knew what we were doing, and they didn't really know. It was just like, just kind of tell them you had a good time and we're good. And man, I promise you, leaving there, we all kind of looked at each other and said, that was fun, but it ended too fast. It was a minute 30.
Yeah.
So it's like, do that?
And you had
again?
just like one routine, right?
One routine,
one
just
spot.
one chance to do this, and then go on with your life.
Was it halftime or?
It was like a quarter break.
A quarter break? Okay.
Yeah, and they, it really rocked the crowd, and Mark was getting a lot of comments from the fans, like, you see the fat guys, the players, like, you see the fat guys, anybody see the fat guys? And they called us, and they called Shelly. She's like, can y'all do it again? It's like, well, you gonna give us tickets? We'll do it again. And I think it was at that point that guys were like, this was really fun, man. Can we do this again? But we thought it was over for sure because the Mavs got knocked out in that round. So we did 2 rounds, and we got knocked out in the second round. So we all thought it was great meeting you. This was fun. We kept every little news article, anything that mentioned fat guys, we grabbed it. And we thought it was over. Out of nowhere, we all got letters saying, we want to create something around, like, the buzz is just fun. The staff love you guys. Shella loves you guys, to see if we can just create something around you. In the meantime, eat. And when you think you can't eat anymore, that was our first pep talk, was to eat. Like, and when you think you can't eat anymore, think of your big brothers, man, and have them eat with you.
Boy, it's a good thing somebody didn't mix up that letter with, send that to a player by mistake.
I know.
Or send that to the Mavs dancers.
Yes, no, sorry. And that's been like, once we got that letter to come back, and we really started to think in our minds, okay, now we need to figure out a way to make them think they can't live without us. So all of a sudden, we decided to put crystals on our shirt. Men don't wear crystals on shirts, so we called it boy-dazzled. So we boy-dazzled these shirts. We went to one game, man, and all the ladies and everybody's like, I love your shirt, I want one. Then we knew we had something. So now we start the crystal wristbands and your hat. Like, that was our thing when we first started. And I'll never forget, I bought some beads. I bought a whole case from this little company out of Gulfport, Mississippi, that sold Mardi Gras beads. And I handed them out at the games. And I'll never forget the guy that was on the headset. He ran up there and he's like, they want to know what you're throwing in the audience. And I said, they're beads. And they said, okay, well, stop it. I said, well, can I show you something? And they're like, yeah, I see a little girl. Would you like some beads? She got the beads, and her mom goes, thank you so much. And I said, that was like a nickel. It cost a nickel, but it gave them a price. I get it, Rob. Can y'all just hand them out, though? Don't toss them in the crowd. Like, we always push the envelope, so that's where they were like, dude. And we're grown men, too, so it's a difference in talking to grown men than, the entertainment groups you're normally talking to, where it's like, oh, man, this dude's old enough to be my dad, man. But, yeah, man, the little things like that, as they saw the affection from the fans, we got there early. We would stay late. Post game, we are taking pictures with anybody. All of a sudden, we're the most touchable part of the organization, because the players go to the locker room, the dancers, everybody go home. All of a sudden, you really just have these big guys that are just standing on the concourse, and people, if you want to wave, if it's not your cup of tea, we get that too. But we really kind of just endeared ourselves with the organization. And over time, we started pretty much going to any radio promos the player were doing. They look in the back, you hear these big dudes in the back cheering for them, and they were like, damn, you dudes are... Y'all are relentless, but we were in love with the fan love. We were in love with the organization for giving us the opportunity. And then we started to feel like, we actually are ambassadors of this team. We need to really give it our all. If we're going to do it, let's just go all in. So
in those early stages, did you have like a choreographer or one guy that would work up the routines and everything? Because you got that now for sure, don't you?
Yeah, we had it. It was Shella. The first 3 years, she taught us everything she knew. It was always funny for her, because you go from working with professional dancers to us, 300-pound guys that could do silly things. I'll never forget. She said, "Oh, I need one more 8 count." And I said, oh, man, what could we do? So you just bring it up in the room like, fellas, we need one more 8 count. And the guy goes, well, can we bounce on our butt? And she's like, what? It's like, look, he could bounce, bro, like across the room. And so she goes, oh my God. And the other guy's like, well, can you do it? And another guy's trying to do it. Some of us was terrible at it, but because 10 of us could do it, that became an 8 count. And we did things like that often. And Charlotte would tell me behind the scenes, like, this has been the craziest thing I've ever experienced in my career, but something about y'all is so like genuine. It makes you just want to work with y'all. And I'll be honest, like I started to get a little self-conscious because we got popular quick in the NBA. And other teams started to copy. All of a sudden, Chicago had this team called the Matadors, and these guys were on TV when we weren't. And I would get calls like for people, even my boy Chris Arno, he's like, man, they stole y'all stuff. And the players would tell us that, like, man, like when we're on the road, we're starting to see fat guys dancing. And it made me feel good. But I think one of the things that made me kind of feel self-conscious is, you know, we did it just to have fun. I didn't really realize, you know, we made it to these all-star games. And what the NBA would do is bring all of their talent that they thought were good around the country and showcase them for an all-star.
Right.
And we were with these kids that were working so hard. They're 19 and 20. This is the biggest time of their life. And we just there for fun, bro. We just want to get a beer. Like and I realized these kids been doing it since they were 4 years old. And here we are kind of making a mockery of dance, and we're getting on the stages that a lot of them will never get on. So I started to feel self-conscious about it. And, you know, Shella would tell me all the time, like, you can't do that to yourself. It's not your fault. Like, entertainment is never really about how talented you are. It's just about, are you entertaining?
Yeah, and it's how much do you make people smile? Like, your slogan is a million smiles.
That's it.
And I was going to say, that was the fun thing about my time with the Mavs. Playing the music at the games for a year and then filling in for Ivy a few seasons after that, where, you know, you guys would always walk by the DJ booth to get to your spot.
Yeah.
I would get so excited, just, you know, fist bumping y'all. But
You're
then,
getting a hug, man.
You know, even like playing the different beats that would go on during the games, like, you know, the Simon Says beat or whatever. Like, you guys started developing routines for that, even if it's Chants, but there would still be like little dances that y'all would do. I don't know how those developed with y'all, you know, but
we
it was
created them, like,
I figure,
trying to figure out ways, like, what can we do when they shoot a free throw? What can, because first thing we said is we're not going to sit down.
Right.
We're going to become the ultimate hype man. Like, our goal is to make these players, you know, even if they're not feeling it today, like, I'm going to give it a little extra juice because, like, the one thing you will get from us is the energy. And we learned that right away, too. It's like, we can light up a room. We walk in. All you got to do is show us the room. We take over from there. And it's just been, it's so hard to describe. It's been so organically grown, but
that's a neat thing about it.
Yeah.
But it's genuine too.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, even, you know, there have been a few different like charity things that I've worked where all of a sudden it turns out the Maniacs are there too. And I see Rob come in. I'm like, dude, Rob's here.
Yeah.
My day just got 100 times better.
Oh, man. Thank you for
there's
that.
just nothing you can do but smile when they are around.
I appreciate it.
And look, Big Rob, I will tell you.
Yes, sir.
I'm a skeptic by nature.
Sure.
About this stuff. I'm kind of old school in certain ways, or I was kind of old school, especially back then.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
Because I was feeling like I had to, you know, prove myself. And, you know, this is some serious shit that we were doing here, you know?
Yes, sir.
And I was all set to not like the Maniacs.
Sure.
But that lasted probably for about 2 games, if that.
Wow.
And I wouldn't tell anybody
Sure.
what I thought. But, man, when you guys were out there, I was just sitting over there watching you guys getting into it, going, yeah, this is I'm not telling anybody that I think this, but this is too cool.
You have no idea what that means to me, Grey Wolf. Like, I really appreciate it. And it's so funny, the celebrity love, the player love over time. That has been one of the bigger, you know, things to blow my mind. And, you know, just, of course, my favorite is Dirk, of course, but just over the years, players from other teams, like the love we got from, celebrities and people feeling like, especially Shaq was one of the first ones. And when we went to All-Star way back in 2005, he wouldn't let the players like sit down. He's like, y'all got to see these guys, like they're so big, but they're giving it their all. And, the energy of it is what people were drawn to, and what people would tell me all the time is, you look like you're having fun.
Yeah.
And that transfers. And it just became our calling card. And now what we've grown into is these community guys, even more than the games. Last year we did 100 and I think we topped at 150 plus community events. That's outside of the games.
Yeah.
Outside of having a spouse, having a home, a family, these guys are committing that kind of time to the DFW community. And 2 years ago, when we went to the finals, we did 238 appearances. And I kept telling the people I work with, the Mavs, my poor folks, having to deal with me saying, we did 238 community events. I can't believe we did that many, because we have a big portal that they let us keep track of everything we do. And it just really touched me to know that not only, or I know that some people see us and all they see is a big guy. But man, if you look a little bit closer, you see guys that are representing so many different walks of life, ages, white, black, Hispanic, Filipino, and we come together and put aside every difference we have in life. I don't care if it's I don't care what it is. We come together for these smiles, and you cannot describe it. It has drew us all back. I got guys that have been there 18 years, 19 years, 10 years, 12 years, and that's why it's the draw of it. It's also having guys to go through this life with that is so incredibly tough sometimes. And I could talk about these dudes all day, but the closer you get to us and see us, and I think that's why the people we work with, we're so grateful for our entire Mav staff that have been there for us. Every department in the organization will call on us to do an event for them. Hey, we're going to a school, or we're going over here, and we'll be there. You name it, we're coming. I don't care what it is. If it's a grand opening of a store or, a shelter, we're coming.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is way cool. All right, this is Big Rob of the Mavericks Maniacs. And we'll have more with him coming up directly here. But right now, it is time for us to stop down for the dreaded and feared mid-show read.
Oh, God. That wasn't it.
That wasn't it. The hell?
I don't know. How about that one?
I like the other one.
I didn't.
I didn't either.
Weird.
I didn't either. I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either.
Let's back it up and try it again. The dreaded and feared mid-show read.
E-break.
That's more like it. All right, let's talk about you and the things that you are going through in your scene and your world. Let me ask you one question. Very simple question. You feeling all right these days? Maybe you're not. You might be in a little bit of pain. You might not be sleeping very well, and you'd like to find something. You've been looking around, but you can't find anything to help you out with this stuff. Well, let me ask you, have you tried CBD and all that implies yet? Well, if you haven't, then this is why you need to know about these folks right here at the CBD House of Healing.
You scared me.
What? Why did I scare you?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just needed to make sure it was functioning right.
Yeah. I want everybody to see this. That's all. The CBD House of Healing. What they will do for you is figure out what's going on with you. And there's a greater than zero chance that they've got something there that can help you out. Now, you may be thinking, okay, he's on here touting a head shop. And yeah, they got that kind of stuff in there, but they got so much more. There's so much more to the CBD scene these days than just that. And like I say, I've been in a pretty goodly amount of pain for some time here. And I've had a little bit of trouble sleeping. And I went over there and told the people at the CBD House of Healing what was going on. And they said, here, try this. I tried it. And you know what? It worked. It made everything feel better. And I'm sleeping really well again. Now, if they can do this for me, they can and will do it for you. So if you've got these problems, you need to go over there and talk to them. Their owner, Summer, she is a registered nurse. She approaches this from that angle, which means that no, she's not going to get you in there and get you all silly with rolling papers and stuff like that. She's going to get to the bottom of what's going on with you. She will ask you questions about it. She will listen to what you tell her. And she will find something that will work for you. I'll just bet you. The CBD House of Healing is located in Dallas. They're in the northeast quadrant of that burgeoning intersection of Northwest Highway and Plano Road. Go over there. Tell them you heard about it from us here on Your Dark Companion. See what the CBD House of Healing can do for you. Any others?
Nope.
Okay.
Nailed it.
All right.
That's so cool. Seeing the magic. Seeing the magic.
Last week, so.
Yeah, they did. And now I've got to wing it every time. The hell,
No one could
Shoopy?
tell.
That was great.
All right, well, let's get back into the story of the Mavericks Maniacs. And
Crazy story.
Big Rod. It is a crazy story.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Thank you.
How
Thank
many
you so
Maniacs
much.
are there?
We have 15 now. And just kind of going back to the choreography story, Shella taught us well, and then we kind of transitioned to a point to where we had to take over internally, and we had Kendall Davis, God rest his soul. We lost him a few years ago, and man, he not only took everything that Shella taught us, he just understood what being 300 pounds how to make us move, and then kind of create tricks with it. And what he would want to do, he would challenge us that you're not just going to do 8 counts. You're going to do stuff that a dancer would respect, meaning we're going to put a couple of combinations in there where all the dancers are like, I saw that, I like it. And that kind of became a part of what we were doing too. It wasn't just, we're going to do these simple steps. We're going to put a couple of tricks. We build tables and have patients, like we got a doctor routine. We just did the other night, we did our bicycle routine where we create these human bikes. And still to this day, the Mavs have a ton of new fans, especially the younger people. And I constantly hear this, I don't know who dads these are, but that was pretty awesome right there. I can't believe, it starts like this, because my wife loved to record us, and I love to listen to what the crowd is saying. So the crowd will go, what's this? It's a lot of uncles. Oh, okay. I like that. Come on, yeah, I can get into that. And my wife, she'll let me hear it. Some of the other guys will record, and they'll say, just listen to the crowd. And it's such a joy to know that we can have that effect on people 24 years later. And
Man, it breaks you down.
Yeah.
You know, you may think, okay, this doesn't belong at a basketball game or an NBA game.
Yes.
Or no, I don't like. I mean, you may be like I was at first, but man, it breaks you down.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it and you see that, number one, these guys are having a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Number two, they're really good at what they do.
There's effort into it.
Yeah. There's something there. There's craft in play here. You know.
Yes, sir.
And it just kind of. It just kind of breaks you down, man.
Well, thank you for that. And I think one of the bigger compliments is when fans that are in our section tell us, we purposely buy the tickets for this area. When you're with us, you have the drummers, you have our shippy, and you have us. And like you said, now the basketball, and I'm going to say the word wrong, enthusiast.
They come
there for the game. And we totally get that. But if they got a wife or kids that may not understand everything they're looking at, they get a kick out of the game breaks. They get a kick out of the baby races. They get a kick out of the kiss cam, the karaoke.
Yeah, fun slingers, everything.
Throwing big, huge French fries.
That's right, yeah.
We have a lot of stuff going on, and the goal is just to have that atmosphere that people will want to come back. And people that are sitting by us, they'll come by. Sometimes I'll say, they'll say, first game, and I'll say, I want to apologize in advance. And they go, no, we're sitting in this area on purpose. Like, we know it's a little more chaotic. It's way more noisy. If you want to hear the squeaks of the shoes and stuff, you probably want to get a little further away from us. But man, it's just, like I said, just so hard to describe. We're driven by it. The compliments from the fans, the people coming up with tears in their eyes. I tell the Maniacs all the time, because a lot of them and the people view me as the face. I say, I wish you could hear what people say to me when they just talk about how it makes them feel good. Just simply feel good. There's no other agenda. We're not trying to be stars. We don't even do it online. Everything we do in the building is for the people at the game that particular night. If you miss that game, then we got to try it next game. But it's not for followers or views or
not trying to go viral.
Yeah. It's I think because we have that organic, we're just having fun, and whatever happens. So much great stuff have come from it, because the NBA has really loved us a long time, and getting to talk to the high brass. Mark, before he left, our vice president that's over game entertainment, he would tell me sometimes privately, he's like, he never is mad at you guys. Like, y'all are like the group he don't mention. He don't mention y'all. Like, if we need anything fixed around, it's like he don't mention y'all. And what that was a way for them to tell me, like, just keep going, and even the times where I felt like, this may be it, man, I'm tired, and it's been a lot of years to make it to 1,000 games. 1,000 games.
He had 1,000 games last year shooting.
Yeah. And they stopped the game to celebrate at Grey Wolf. They gave me a awesome, massive plaque, 1,000 games.
That is awesome.
And it took me 23 years to get there. And they did a good job of tricking me, but I really honor the organization. They really are like my family. And, when you're with something this long and it becomes family, you ride with them, no matter what's going on, ups or downs. You just ride with them, and that's what we do. And long as they need us, we're trying to be here. But of course, my goal is to see if it could last long after I'm gone. But we'll see.
Do you guys have a lot of turnover year after year, or
no? And that's what's crazy. We added one guy this year, Bronco Joe, and Bronco is like, he calls it a dad bod. There's no dad bod to him. He's all muscles. But I think we got one guy the last 3 years. We've added one. Guys really, really stick around.
Do they really?
With this group? And I'll be honest. I think when most people see us, they don't view it as something they want to do. First of all, it's hard for somebody to have this kind of commitment in this kind of time. It's 41 home games. So, but most people see us at a parade or an event, they'll go, yeah, I want my dad to do it, or I want to do it. And then the closer they look, they go, yeah, no, I'm But thankfully, because a lot of people don't really look at it and kind of think, well, let me try this on with my team, or let me try to take this over, things like that. We've been able to hold on to this all this time. Most things in life, if you get any success with it, here comes the public trying to capture it, join it. It's like, I want what you have. Not this. Like, people are not running to it, but it's a good thing. I'll tell my guys all the time, like, up close what this job does in the community. And because of that, the guys are like, man, you have to fire me, Big Rob.
And that really is the case, because I'm looking at the guys for this year.
Yeah.
2 of them I don't recognize from 10 years ago when I was with the Mavs.
Yeah.
And so, that's incredible.
Yeah. And that's how long we've been here. And now we've even upgraded our hype men, persona where now the Mavs have us give the players pregame chants. So we were doing these chants way far away by the locker room as the players would come out, and they were like, why don't you guys actually go do it for the players? Well, we started to do these chants. Each player gets his own nickname.
Yeah.
And so we do these chants. Well, Becca, our admin, she texted me one day that on the road, the players are doing the chants because they love it that much. And so I was like, man, we're really on to something. We get to not only hype up the crowd, we get to hype up our team, and they join in on the chants. And we're singing these chants now. We're doing we will rock you. And they're joining us. They're joining us. And we got all these little songs we do for them. All the crowd, it's like more VIP people because it's courtside, but the people get into it. Opposing fans get into it. They'll say, well, I don't like the Mavs, but you guys are funny. I like what you guys are doing. And it's like the ultimate compliment. I don't know how we got here, man, but we just so thankful.
Do other teams have
They do
have groups like you guys now?
They do. And what happened is they started them and then they fell off because it's so hard to commit this kind of time to an organization. And so just abbreviate. You had the Matadors. Everything was a play on your stadium. So our name, Maniacs, is AAC for the AAC. Houston had the guys called the Toyota Tundra, and they actually would sit on the back of a Toyota Tundra because their building was Toyota Center. Golden State had Beefcake on the Lake. Atlanta still have big guys. So they take their whole shirt off. Like, we're not doing you like that, Mav fans, okay? We just give you a little bit, we get out of there.
Yeah, y'all tease.
That's right. We tease, yeah. And I want to say out of the 32 teams, I think 20 tried it. And so we opened the door for, and now you have a variation. Now there's elderly groups. You got a lot of youth groups. And I know for a fact that we opened the door for entertainment of all ages. And we're so grateful for that. You know, even though it was not a goal, it wasn't something we were trying to do. It's just been a pure joy to represent the organization. And you know, I got a whole nother story where I get to do it for two. So also the Cowboys. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the Chow Boys, right?
I know Mike don't even know about this, but
no.
So Mike, we have a group of guys about 10 years ago. Well, let's start here. My day job, my real job is an accountant for Jerry. So I've been with the Cowboys. This will be my 19th year doing accounting.
An accountant for Jerry, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I office at Valley Ranch first, and then I moved to the Star, and now they let me office out of the stadium. And you know, it was this one day, one of my buddies was like, hey man, help me with game entertainment. I said, well, what do you want? Just be there. I was like, you know, if the Cowboys, if you ask it, I'm coming. So I just, you know, I would start out with my son. I'd bring another guy. Me and my son would get up and dance, you know, during timeouts and whatnot. And, you know, it kind of grew into me bringing 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys. And then I got a call from Kelly Finglass, the DCC director, and she said, you know, will you do a Christmas show with me? I'll be happy to. You know, and she's like, Rob, y'all are so fun. Like, let me, I said, you can't do anything with us. Like, we're already, she was so funny. She's like, we should name you. And one of the guys go, let's name us the Chow Boys. And she goes, that's so funny, the Chow Boys. And so we created these Chow Boys. We got Chow Boy shirts, and we dress up. It's more character driven. We dress up as characters, and we are at the games now for about 10 years, almost as long as AT&T Stadium been there. Same concept, not quite as like the Maniacs, but we just represent, we sit with the fans, we represent the fans during the games. Again, it's just for the people in-house. It's not for TV. It's not for, you know, social media and all that stuff. And when I tell y'all, that big screen at AT&T will make you a celebrity. We're about the size of buildings when they put us up there, and we're dancing, and you got us in unison dancing, and the fans, it's a whole nother fan base because the Cowboys are so massive. You know, these fans are from all around the country, and they're like, why are big guys dancing? Like, this makes no sense. Do y'all practice this in the parking lot? This was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, you guys are so unique. And I just laugh at how it carried not only from the Mavs in just one time, and now we getting to represent in two ways for America's team. And now I do Christmas shows. We're now in our 9th year of Christmas shows at the Star, and Kelly always tell me like, y'all are so much fun, like because we're elves, but we're bigger than Santa. So we're these massive elves, and
she ain't wrong about that, man. She ain't wrong about that. And, you guys are fun.
Yeah, and they man, the Cowboy, like the ride has been hilarious that we've been able to do it for as long as we have. You know, they're you know, I everybody that loves sports think I have the best jobs in the world, which I do, but I do tell them, like, trust and believe me, I work extremely hard. I was on the computer when you called. I was on the computer before I came over here. Like, Jerry has business. We got business to take care of. And you know, again, you know, like my family, as we go through the adversity like we're going through right now, man, we just kind of, you know, get together and hold our head, check on one another, and you know, we're going to get through it, so.
Well, Big crazy. Rob, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
It's really been great to meet you, and I really appreciate you coming on YDC with us today.
Well, you made my day, and thank you, Grubes, for calling. And
absolutely.
I told everybody around me, I'm going on a Dark Companion. They're going to get their Dark Companion. But I really appreciate it, man. It's been a joy. You guys both are legends, especially you with what you did in radio, and it's crazy the stages I get to be on, and I consider this one just
well.
Sitting
Thank
here.
you, man. We appreciate that,
yes, sir.
Big Rob, the Mavericks Maniacs.
Off to the game we go.
Off to the game we go.
Don't get a speeding ticket, please.
Yes, sir. I won't.
And let us remind you of what we need from you out there amongst the masses. We need you to help us get the word out about what we're doing here at Your Dark Companion. If you like what we're doing, like us, share us, tell a friend, just whatever you have to do. Help get us out there, because the better we do at that, the longer we stay around, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. So do that for us. We will keep doing this for you. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Shoopy. And thank you for being by the channel today. This has been Your Dark Companion. Bye.
All right. I'm gonna go take my pants off.
Your Dark Companion is a Stolen Water Media presentation.